Hey guys, Mr. Wimp here. I'm going to talk today about line types. I've got some examples here for you. So what you have here is just a real basic drawing, and we're going to talk about four different line types. We're going to talk about construction lines, object lines, hidden lines, and center lines. So let's take a look at the first group, which we're going to call construction lines. Okay, and construction lines are these light kind of colored lines over here. I'm doing them in green because it's kind of a little lighter color. And basically you're going to use them almost like you would when you're tracing or drawing, just to create lighter colored lines. So I might start out with construction lines in here, and they're usually really light. You can see there's some down here because we want some basic shapes going on. And I'm not going to do them very dark. So construction lines are light, not dark. They're also kind of more like sketching. Okay, so the second type of line is a line we call an object line. An object line is a heavy dark line, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the black line. We'll call this one object. And object lines are heavy and dark, and they're also considered a final draft, so a final version of your drawing. Okay, so I'm doing these in black because then I would come over the top of these and I'd go ahead and darken them in and make them look, real heavy and dark, make this drawing really kind of pop and stand out, and it'll look really nice compared to this other side, which was in green. So I'm going to go ahead and go through here, and you'll see that these are all nice and dark, and those are dark using object lines. Okay. Now on this particular little sketch here, we have a couple of other types of lines that don't come up quite as often, but they are just as important. One that we have is called a hidden line. I'm going to do these in pink, and they're actually dotted lines. So you can see, like right here, it's a dotted line because this hole is actually back behind here. On the front, it's a solid line. So if you can't see it, but it still exists, you have to use a hidden line. However, in this example, you can see that we actually have the dark line, or an object line, right here because you can see it. Back here you can't see it. So you have a dashed line, which is a hidden line. Let's see how this writes up. Oh, that looks bad. Maybe we won't use that color. Maybe blue. Let's get rid of what we wrote there, and we'll go with blue today for the hidden lines. Okay, the hidden lines are dashed lines. They're always dashed, and they are behind an object. Okay, meaning you can't see them, but the thing still exists. So if that is the case, you have to use hidden lines. The fourth type of line that we see on this drawing that we're going to talk about today is something called a center line. Okay, and a center line, let's do those in, we'll go red. Center lines are what you see going right here. They mark the center of a round object. Center lines. Okay, and if you have a circle, the center line is going to make a little cross right there, and then it's going to extend past. And what they do is they mark the center of something. So if I have a circle, I have to mark the center up and down and left and right, which gives me a cross. Now on this right here, if I were looking at this object from the top, you would have a hole cut through. Okay, so this is my top view. But if I have this hole cut through and I can't see the hole from the front of the object, that means that it's going to have, wait for it, this pink color, it's going to have these dotted lines. And if it's round, what does that tell me? Well, it tells me that it is round, so it needs to be the same on both sides. So we're going to have to mark the center of it with one line and then extend out on both sides. So those are center lines. So center line looks like this. Okay, so there's our 4 line types. We have 4 overall that we use generally all the time. We have construction, we have object, we have hidden, and we have center lines. These 4 line types are going to be checked on your drawings pretty often. The most common one that people mistake is this center line right here. People forget to put the center lines in all the time, so please make sure you have those in there. Okay. All right, that should do it for line types. We'll see you next time. Thank you.